badges are all about.
Okay. Let me turn to Yaya. You are the country director, also the founder of KGH Sports Academy based in London. Your partnership with the UK-based foundation, has it started yielding any fruits?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the beneficiaries of the material that they take in, can be the real manifestation towards the relationship with Football Gambia. Like at KJ Sports Football Academy is how we brought up the morals of some of the players here, there, and even within London, because like we don't only want to stop in London.
It's a household name academy, KJ Sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we started with a lot of sacrifice. So with that sacrifice we have in initial stage, now we're trying to yield from what we've been impatient with.
Let me ask you, how many interns do you have at the academy? Has it boosted with the coming of the UK-based foundation?
Yeah. As a present, we have registered interns of almost 125, but like every weekend we have to get players coming in, so we have to limit the number because of the resources wise in the stance of like the material resource, because we don't want a scenario where the human resource will far exceed the material resource. So we need going far wide to all corners of the country. Players are coming in, not only from London, but around the surrounding areas too.
Any plans to widen your tentacles, maybe around our NSL, Bara, Mayamba, and that end?
Yeah.
We have a feeder KJ Sports Academy, so that we can also boast of having a UK-based foundation to partner with.
No, not actually like to have a feeder team somewhere, because presently we're working with an academy in Sitanungu in Germany. Yeah. So even yesterday I was around the North Bank and to make some visits.
That's where I come from.
To see possibilities of how football can strengthen its donor materials to all parts of the Gambia, because we want to reach all corners of the nation, and presently we have some projects to run up in North Bank region.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk here. We'll talk.
Most welcome.
We come to Stitch Out, where is the UEFA license holder. Did you lower down your expertise to the interns at Yaya's academy?
No, unfortunately, we didn't have any time to actually go and do any sessions with KGH this time. But hopefully, if I can come back in the future, then I definitely want to come and put some sessions on. I did get to see the boys playing, and there was a tournament at the weekend which KGH held. So we went down and did the opening ceremony and watched some of the games there at the KGH stadium where they play their matches. And we also have just come from a game today. The under-17s played at Bracama on the AstroTurf there. So yeah, I've seen them play, but I haven't actually been able to go and coach them yet. I did a little bit tonight, but not much, just in a team talk.
Now, how do you see that play?
Good.
It's comparable to what's in the
It's really good, and like the coaches, the enthusiasm and the dedication is there. The athleticism is there, which is a real big part of football these days. It's about athletic, quick, strong players, and that's all there. What they need, what the boys need, is grass pitches to play on, or AstroTurf pitches to play on, because the sand pitches are so hard for them to play on. I know some of them don't know any difference, so they're used to playing it and they enjoy playing it, which is great. But for them to really kick on, if there can be some more grass pitches or AstroTurf pitches, I think the Gambia would reap the benefits. They really would, for sure, definitely.
Still on you, because you hold the UEFA license, UEFA license holder. What advantage does academy football has to the development of, for instance, country's senior team? For instance, our senior team playing against Mexico and Germany, they were beating 5 goals to 1. What advantage do we have to do with academy football to making sure we realize the benefits of playing on the senior team?
I think initially just setting up the academies, and it is good because straight away, as Ian just mentioned there, Yaya KGH, for example, has set very strict guidelines. So all of a sudden kids are coming in, for example in the under-11 team at 10 and 11 years old, and they're And like the coaches, the enthusiasm and the dedication is there. The athleticism is there, which is a real big part of football these days. It's about athletic, quick, strong players, and that's all there. What they need, what the boys need, is grass pitches to play on, or AstroTurf pitches to play on, because the sand pitches are so hard for them to play on. I know some of them don't know any difference, so they're used to playing it and they enjoy playing it, which is great. But for them to really kick on, if there can be some more grass pitches or AstroTurf pitches, I think the Gambia would reap the benefits. They really would, for sure, definitely.
Still on you, because you hold the UEFA and license, UEFA A license holder. What advantage does academy football has to the development of, for instance, country senior team? For instance, our senior team playing against Mexico and Germany, they were beating 5 goals to 1. What advantage do we have to do with academy football to making sure that we realize the benefits of playing on the senior team?
I think initially just setting up the academies, and it is good, because straight away, as Ian just mentioned there, Yaya KGH, for example, has set very strict guidelines. So all of a sudden kids are coming in, for example in the under 11 team at 10 and 11 years old, and they're having to act like professionals, they're having to go and do their jobs, they're having to make sure they look a certain way, they have to act a certain way on the pitch, and all of a sudden that professionalism is coming in through the academies. So then when those boys are under 17s, they've had all that experience already of being in almost a professional environment. Although they're only kind of maybe training once or twice a week, they've got that experience. And when they kick on, then I think that will only reap the benefits for the Gambian national team in the future. And then if Football Gambia can, as Ian's been doing, he's been going around lots of different academies. If they can all, and Yaya goes and checks them out and has a look at them as well, and if they can all start acting as professional as possible, and we can help educate the coaches as well, then I think it really could boom. It really could, and I think in turn the Gambian national team will just get better and better. I really do, because the coaches will be more educated, the players will be more educated as well, and that'll be a good thing.
That's true. Yeah, since the partnership has started bearing fruits, like Yaya and a short while ago, do you have in your plans from visit, for example, you guys came from UK to come and visit Yaya and his academy to develop Gambian youth football? Do you have in your plans Yaya and his men to also leave the Gambia and go and visit the UK for experimental purposes?
Well, it's very difficult. I mean, at the moment, I've got plans to come back in January, end of January. I'm still waiting for the feedback from all the coaches, because basically, in a nutshell, what we're trying to do, and it's the same thing what Stuart just mentioned there, we're trying to get as many youth coaches from right across Gambia. We do the coaching sessions, and then those individual coaches go back to their respective areas, and then they coach other coaches in their area. So we're trying to raise the standard up right across the Gambia.